Well, so far this has been the best spring that we've had so far. We talked to our guys a lot. Had some missed opportunities, had some drops tonight, but lots of promise. I tell you, one young man that I'm really excited about is George Lee. Wow, that's as good he's a high school senior right now, so I'm very, very impressed. Are you okay?
Yeah.
You took a shot right in the gut. Wow.
I know, yeah.
Man,
it hurt really
that made
bad.
me bend over. But no, I'm really pleased. We had a great spring. This team has got something special about it. We got a lot of work to do, as you can see, but I really liked it. I liked it to see how it went back and forth. Lots of potential, a lot of explosive potential. A lot of guys that weren't participating tonight. They got to heal up, that had surgeries from last season. But this is a special team, special time. What an incredible night. What a great turnout from our fans. And I know there's a lot of excitement, and there's good reason for that. So looking forward to this 2015 season. We've got a lot of work to do. We're going to go to work, bring a championship home this next season.
Coach, what are some things you were looking for in particular tonight?
Just for our fans to have a great time, and for our guys to get, this is a 2015 football team. It's the first time for them to get out of the game day situation. Yeah, I wanted to see physical, speed, physicality, and finish on plays. I mean, there are lots of positive plays. It is a little weird going one direction. Kids are a little confused, like, which way are we going, Coach? What are we doing? And I was confused some, but I act like I knew what I was doing. So it was a little interesting, but it's also, man, it's awesome to come in here under the lights, see the construction, see the progress, see where we're headed, see the huge commitment that we have here to build a national power. And so that was tonight. That was what tonight was all about. I really appreciate the fans coming out, having the band, just getting used to that type of atmosphere. And you can tell they're a seasoned team. They're not too overwhelmed by anything.
DJ looked pretty good tonight, huh?
Yeah. One of my main goal tonight was to come out healthy, and so I really didn't anticipate us throwing the ball or giving it to him too much. But DJ is special. DJ's a guy that obviously we want to get the ball to, and we didn't show a lot tonight with him either. He's definitely a guy that will move around and do some special things with. But Gump as well. We had one right to start the deal off, and we dropped it. Just got to reach out and catch it with your hands. He showed some explosiveness today as well. E.J. Jefferson, I think, has had a great spring. Mike's had a great spring, but still, lots of things to improve upon. I thought we did a pretty good job of taking care of the football, threw an interception in 7-on-7. But again, it was very, very competitive both sides, and I really like this team and how the intensity, the controlled intensity from which they play.
The last couple of weeks, DeAndre Scott is really coming along, isn't he?
Yeah, D. Scott's done some good things. He's a guy that we really feel like going to be special on special teams. You'll notice tonight we didn't do much on special teams. We did that for a reason, because obviously I don't want to broadcast everything we're doing, so the next two practices will be very, very big focus on special teams, and obviously on Sunday we'll work, just kind of introducing Texas A&M and then USC and UCLA, and that's just because those are our three big games up front. That's not to diminish anybody else on our schedule, because you got to prepare for everybody. But it's been a great spring, and I feel really good about where we're at.
Coach, last year you had 8 question marks on defense. This year you have 8 returners. What are your thoughts on this young group of defensive returners?
I think it was 9.
9?
I think we had 9. That just goes to show you about, what you can't do when you have 9 returning starters instead of 9 starters gone is, I can tell you one thing, we work with a sense of urgency, with a chip on our shoulder every day. And I really believe that by the end of the year, our defense was our strength. And so we've got to work with the same sense of urgency, just like we're replacing 9 starters, and we got to do that in all 3 phases. And so that's why it doesn't really matter what everybody projects and what everybody thinks. It matters what you do and how you prepare. And so the hardest thing to deal with is success. And our guys are real used to winning 10 games. We got to get out of that, because we're trying to win 15. And so that's the challenge, is to work like that. I can tell you that we work with a huge sense of urgency to improve every day. And I think that's why I really felt like we improved every week defensively because of that. So you can take a step back with 9 returning starters if you don't work with the same sense of urgency. So yeah, I feel good about where we're at. You know, we're a team that there's so many things that we do, the intangibles of how we do everything every day produces success. But the success, 10 wins is not success for us. That's our standard is different from that now. So that's the challenge is you know, not to practice good, but to practice great, and then to get past great and be the one. We want to be the one in the conference, the one in the country, and so those are high standards and very, very difficult to reach, and we got a lot of work to do to get there.
Coach, it seems like Boyd, when they tried to throw the ball in his direction, it was incomplete, and they tried to avoid him too a little bit. It looks like he's taking the next step.
Lloyd's the best corner that I've worked with in my career because he's the smartest, he has the best character, he has the best technique. He's one of the most improved players in the spring, and he's a returning starter. That tells you a lot about him. I think he is going to have positioned himself to have a big senior year. He's as good as I've coached.